Everyone, welcome to Thursday. Hope you're all feeling good. Oh, I've got the blue circle of death. I wonder if you can hear me. Just in case you couldn't, good morning. We're going to start standing up today and just get a little more comfortable in your body. Maybe close your eyes. Make any movements that feel yummy for you today. And then come into that internal check-in. So finding in your mind's eye or your mind's feeling your feet on the floor. Lift and spread the toes, then gently put them down again. Find a lift through the inner arch of the feet. Feel that move all the way up through the inner line of your legs. And continuing from that, lift and lengthen through the spine, through the torso. Staying tall, let the shoulders soften, let the forehead soften. And then inquire within. Notice what's drawing your attention. Start to intentionally send the breath into your lower body, into your pelvis, your hips, your legs, and your feet. And then start to wiggle your fingers. We're just going to shake it out a little bit. Just as much as feels right for you this morning or this afternoon. Let the shoulders, the arms, the spine get involved. Maybe the legs. And we're going to come into a little morning self-massage. So you can tap, or you can rub, stroke. Again, be nice to you. I like a little tap across the chest, across the shoulders. Maybe even down the arms, down the side. Just light, just go where it feels right. And then I like to get into my back, particularly the lower back. It's been a bit vocal to me this morning. And I'm just saying, hi lower back, I hear you. Maybe like a little wake up call. And then if it feels okay, we're going to take a little bounce. So I'm just bouncing through my knees, my heels coming off the floor a little bit. You can take this nice and low impact, really tiny. Or if you want, you can actually jump a little bit. Awesome. And then we're going to come to the top of our mat. Inhale, reach up nice and tall, get long through your sides, and exhale, fold forward. Drop the head, drop the arms, soften those knees as much as feels good. And again, take some movement here, so I'm just bending and straightening the knees, lengthening through one side of the torso and then the other. And then see what it feels like to lift one heel and then switch to the other side. Imagine rolling through the feet as you lift and lower. Then we're going to take the hands, slide them underneath the feet, toes coming up to the wrists. And wiggle the toes. Wiggle the fingers if you can. And then again, find a little movement. A little sway, a little mobility through the hip and knee joints. And then coming to center, we'll extract the hands from underneath the feet. Press the hands to the mat and walk it back to downward facing dog. Again, keep it mobile, so bending and straightening through the knees, the hips, the ankle joints. Check out those fingers, spread them wide. See if you can lift and spread the toes. Spread the shoulder blades, get nice and spacious through the upper back. And then we're going to come to center and inhale, roll forward into plank. See if you can make this dynamic as well. So we're going to inhale, rock forward on the balls of our feet. Exhale, rock back. Inhale, rock forward. Keep lifting off your arms. Exhale, rock back. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, rock back. Nice. On your next inhale, lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Come up high on the balls of your feet. Let's walk feet forward between the hands. Bringing the feet as close together as you can. Inhale, come up, lift the heart. Exhale, sink into Utkatasana. We'll do this a few times. Inhale, coming up, little back bend. Exhale, sinking into that chair. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, sink. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, sinking in. One more. Inhale, up and back. And exhale, sinking in. Nice. You can bring your hands to heart center or you can keep the arms extended. Make sure you can see your toes. Sink that tail back as you lengthen long through the whole spine. On the inhale, we're going to rock forward, lift the heels. Exhale, roll down through the feet, maybe lift the toes. Inhale, roll forward, lift the heels. Exhale, roll back, lift the toes. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, roll back. Inhale, roll forward. And exhale, roll back. Lovely. Let's bring hands into heart center. Inhale here and exhale, twist. I'm going left elbow to right thigh. You can go whichever way you like. Draw the shoulder blades wide down the back. Think about all those 22 plus vertebrae of the spine getting in on the twist action. And inhale back to center, exhale other way. Send that tail straight back, crown of the head forward up. Inhale back to center, exhale, fold it forward. We're going to inhale, come to a halfway lift, look forward, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step back into your plank. Inhale, roll over the feet, lift through into upward facing dog. Exhale, bring the knees to the mat, sink back, child's pose. Just rest the head on the floor or a prop or your arms. And let gravity hold you. Gently unfurl, coming onto hands and knees. Pressing into the tops of the feet. We're just going to hover the knees off the mat. It looks like nothing, partly because of my pants, but my knees are hovering. I'm pressing my toenails down. I'm lifting off my arms. Don't forget to breathe here. Slide the shoulder blades down into your side back pockets. And gently release, tap out the feet if it feels good. This time tuck the toes under. And we're going to do that same thing. If you can roll the inner elbows forward, hug the belly to the spine and hover the knees. One more breath. Gently lower the knees, untuck the toes, and patter it out. Cool. We'll bring the knees and feet as close together as we can, tops of the feet on the floor. And sitting up into Virasana hero pose, if you would like a prop, a cushion or a block either between your knees or between your feet, go for your life. Imagine squeezing your heels towards each other. And then we're going to bring the weight back. You can use your hands, keep tall through the chest, through the torso, and see if you can lift your knees. Just increasing that stretch through the tops of the feet. You have options, of course. You can leave your knees on the ground, just lean back. You can bring the hands to the thighs, hands to heart center. The end is listless. See what happens if you bring your arms overhead. A free shimmy is what happens for me. And then gently coming down and releasing. Get the feet out. Again, we're going to tuck the toes under. And this time, sitting back on our heels as best we can. Relax the shoulders down. And let's inhale the arms up. Give yourself a pat on the back with the right hand. Take your left hand to the right elbow and roll the right triceps forward. Keep lifting long through the spine. Just hugging those front lower ribs together so we're not ribcage thrusting. You can take your left arm up and under if you like. See if you can find some fingers back there. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, pat yourself on the back with the left hand. Right hand to the left elbow. Stack the rib cage over the pelvis, anchor down through the tailbone. And again, if you wish, you can reach under and up with your right hand. Gently releasing the feet. Again, give it a little pitter-patter. Very gentle for me for this one. And we're going to take a seat. Feel free to grab a cushion or something to sit on if that feels good for you. I'm going to bring the soles of my feet together in a butterfly or bound angle pose. And I'm just walking my hips towards my feet because it feels nice for me today. Just find what feels nice. And then give your feet a little bit of a knead. Again, whatever feels good. Gently lengthening up through the spine as you do this. And then you can stay here, or you can have a go at this. I'm bringing my hands behind me. I'm a little bit forward because there's a wall there. And I'm going to lift my chest nice and tall. Press into my feet and my hand and just lift my hips. So I'm lifting through the back of my body. I'm allowing my thighs to fall open, my knees to release out to the side. If this feels too intense, do come down. And you're ready. Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to take my legs out long in front of me now and just point and flex my feet. And let's take circles. They can go in the same direction or in opposites, doesn't matter. and switching directions. Just notice how the legs move with this, where you feel it in the muscles of the legs, because obviously it's all connected, right? And now we're just going to let the knees hop up and down. It's kind of like this strange off gravity running motion. And then let the whole legs windshield wiper side to side. Notice how this comes from the hip so that we can get that side to side rotation. And then come back to centre. I am going to grab my pillow now, because we're going to be sitting for a little bit in any position that feels comfortable. If you feel more comfortable sitting in a chair, do jump in a chair. We are going to want enough room to take a foot into your lap. So kind of like we did with Catherine the other day. So I'm just bringing my leg into my lap in the most comfortable way for me. And I'm going to take my fingers and insert them in between my toes. Now don't put too much pressure on yourself for this. I have long toes and long fingers, and I've done this a few times, so it's a lot easier than when I first tried it. You don't have to use all your fingers. If all your toes aren't spacing out, you don't have to use all your toes. Okay, from here I'm going to just use my other hand to stabilize my leg so it doesn't try to get too involved. I'm using my hand and arm to manipulate my foot. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to manually point and flex my toes. So I'm just going forward and back with my toes. I'm getting clicks in my hand, which is interesting. So I'll do this about 10, maybe 12 times. You don't have to stay so long if your digits are going, what fresh hell, Sylvia? And when I've done that, I'm going to point and flex the whole foot from the ankle. So I'm really trying to disengage the muscles of my leg and foot and let them be manipulated by my hand. The word manipulated is actually related to the word for hand, so that's appropriate. I should say in Latin. Handipulation is not a thing. So again, I'm doing about 10 or 12. I'm not really counting if I'm honest. And then I'm going to circle my foot. Again, just using my hand, my arm to move my foot. Foot just comes along for the ride. And then take it in the other direction. Nice. When you're feeling even, we're going to take the fingers, leave them between the toes if you can, and spread the fingers. So it's like this, but I have toes in the gaps. And then I'm going to take the fingers out. And sometimes you can feel this rush of air between your toes, and it's quite cool. Now I'm going to move on to giving my toes some individual attention. So you can use the same hand, the other hand, doesn't matter. And I'm going to take my big toe. For this one, I'm going to bring it out and in. This can actually help with reducing bunions, if that's something that bothers you, on the big toe. And once I've done that, I'm going to circle my toe using my arm and hand about 5-ish times and go back the other way. Now, as I'm circling, I'm giving it a very gentle traction, so I'm gently pulling it. If you really feel like the toe wants to click and it feels okay, you can give it a good tug. And then moving on to the next toe. So we're just going to do the circles for these middle toes. Circles with a little bit of a tug, switching directions with your circle. And little pull. Middle toe. Doing about 5 circles, then switching directions. And give it a little pull. Second to last toe, circling one way. And then the other. And a little tug. And then baby toe, little toe. I'm going to do the in and out on this one as well because I tend to get little bunionets on the little toe side of my foot rather than the big one. So it's really interesting watching how they do change. A bunion is not a fixed thing. Anyway, let's take little circles with the little toe. And the other way. And give it a tug. Nice. And this is the fun part. If you compare and contrast your 2 feet, sometimes you can see a difference. So for me, it's a colour difference today, but sometimes I can see that there's more space between my toes. Today, the foot I just did looks less cold. So I'm going to switch over, striving for the unattainable balance, and do the other side. So finding your fingers, finding your toes, and interweaving them, interleaving them. It may get easier as your foot warms up to get the fingers further between your toes. So just do what's accessible, obviously. And once you've done what's accessible, we're going to point and flex from the metatarsals, from the ball of the foot. Just encouraging that foot, that leg to relax. It's kind of cool that we're giving our feet a massage, but we're also incidentally giving our hands a massage. And of course, when we manipulate the feet, the effects go all the way up. The legs, the calves. Right, from here we're going to point and flex the whole foot from the ankle. And then circling the foot. And then just check that the leg and the foot muscles aren't getting too excited here. Just let them go along for the ride. And going the other way. And some nice clicks in the toes. Excellent. Alright, so the fun begins. We're going to spread our fingers between our toes and then remove the fingers from the toes. Nice. Yeah, I'm feeling that rush of air between the toes. It's nice. Alright, I'm going to come into the toes. So taking that big toe, bring it in and out. You can give it a little traction as you do this. And then finding circles with the big toe. Okay, hello. That one's been busy. And the other way. And give it a little tug. And moving on to the second toe. And the other way, just holding it as you go. And then the middle toe. I think I'm going to start calling the second toe the index toe. It's not really fair that the fingers should all have special names. Switching directions and giving that middle toe a little tug. And coming on to what in my whimsical system would be the ring toe. Circling it one way and the other. And giving it a little tug. Final toe, so taking that toe, the baby toe, little toe, in and out. And then circling the other way, and giving it a wee pull. Lovely. Then you can compare and contrast. And now the foot I just worked on, it looks more healthy and warm, and the other one's cooling down again. But what we're going to do is come onto our backs. And just feel the back on the floor. Knees are bent, feet are on the floor. Allow the earth to hold you. Yesterday was Earth Day in my time zone. It possibly still is for some people watching, which is one of the reasons why I've been concentrating on the feet, which for a lot of us are our primary connection to the earth most of the day. Allow yourself to sink into gravity. If you can, think of a way in which you're thankful for the way the earth supports you. It could be just holding you up like it is now, or growing you food, providing a suitable environment for the existence of carbon-based life forms. You can be creative. And we're gently going to start tip-topping the knees side to side. Just a few times. You can have your arms out long or on the body like I've got mine, which I'm doing largely because I have a wall on my right. And then the next time the knees come over to the right, just allow them to sink into gravity as well. Maybe look over your left shoulder and feel free to adjust the position, the angle at your hip or knee joint so that this twist feels nice, so that you can allow the earth to take the weight of this posture. Notice where your breath is. And gently bring the knees back to centre and take over to the other side. So that is almost a sneeze. Oh, it's gone. Again, adjusting your angle so that this feels good. Maybe look over your right shoulder and allow yourself to relax into gravity, into the support of the earth. Gently and kindly bring the knees back to centre. Transitioning into a final relaxation, I'm going to leave my knees bent for now, just because that lower back's a little fractious. You can have the arms down by your sides, palms facing up, or your hands on your body. Wherever you are, close your eyes and allow everything to soften. Notice where your mind is. And know that wherever your mind is, that's okay. That you get to choose. And maybe you choose to join me in bringing the mind into the body, into the parts of your body that are touching the floor. Notice how they feel. How the floor feels against you. How the air feels against you. Your clothes. And observe where your breath is in the body. Maybe that's different from where it was when you last paid attention. Maybe it's not. There's no value to these things, it's just curiosity. And whenever you feel ready, start to bring any movements into the body that feel good. You can wiggle fingers and toes, you can stretch out long. And in your own time, in your own way, coming up to a comfortable seat, honouring yourself as you do for having come here today to do this work, healing the body, calming the mind and liberating the spirit. Inhale, reach the arms all the way out and up, palms meet at the top. And exhale, bring the hands into heart centre. And we'll close here with the sound of peace and consciousness, the sound of Om. Inhale. Bringing fingertips to third eye center, inhale, and together say Namaste. May all beings know health and wholeness. May all beings know unity and grace. May all beings know truth and bliss. And may all beings know peace and joy. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful, beautiful day.